The last words of Shinzo Abe, who was giving a campaign speech for a colleague at an election rally. Here, the suspected gunman, reported to be a man in his 40s, is tackled to the ground. He'd fired 2 shots at the former Prime Minister, with what appears to be a homemade weapon. Japan has some of the strictest gun control laws in the world, and the attack has come as a profound shock. Beneath the blue sheet, Shinzo Abe is carried away for emergency treatment, critically wounded with gunshots to the neck, and Japan held its breath for their former Prime Minister. At hospital, Shinzo Abe was given surgery and a huge blood transfusion, but his heart was damaged and his injuries were too severe.
Mr. Shinzo Abe was taken in today at 12:20 at the emergency care centre. He was in a state of cardiac arrest. He was given intensive care, but unfortunately he passed away today at 17:03.
This is how news of his death was announced, the motive of his killer not yet known. And then a shaken Prime Minister came out to speak to the nation.
I prayed that somehow his life could be spared, but unfortunately he passed away despite those prayers. This is truly unfortunate, and I have no words to express how I feel.
Shinzo Abe was a familiar face on the international stage. He'd served 2 terms as Prime Minister before stepping down in 2020 to seek treatment for a long-standing stomach illness. Tributes have poured in from around the world. Boris Johnson said his global leadership in uncharted times would be remembered by many. The UK stands with you at this dark and sad time. The Secretary-General of the NATO military alliance said the killing was heinous. Shinzo Abe, a defender of democracy and a friend. Shinzo Abe came from a family of politicians. One of his grandfathers was also a Prime Minister, his father a Foreign Minister. He'll be remembered for helping shift Japanese military policy. He was a towering figure in Japanese political life, one of the country's most influential modern leaders, a post no other politician in Japan has held for as long as Shinzo Abe, whose killing in a country where violence is rare has left Japan in disbelief. Caroline Hawley, BBC News.